For nearly 2 decades, the Slimey Crud Cafe Racer Run has caused thousands of motorcyclists to converge on the Sauk and Dane County hamlets of Pine Bluff and Leland. It is held the first Sunday in May and the first Sunday in October.
The Crud Run just started with 2 of the Slimey Cruds, the late Bruce Finlayson and Randy Abendroth, who is still a member, noticed that there were a lot of cool motorcycles around the Madison area, but you never saw them in any one place, or there was no gathering place for them. And a lot of people had great motorcycles just sitting in garages and got them out once a year. Randy put an ad in the Madison paper, and it said, "Slimey Crud Motorcycle Gang Cafe Racer Run, meet at Pine Bluff parking lot." And it said, it's sort of cryptic. You had to know a little bit about motorcycles to show up. It said pork, rice, pasta, kraut or something like that. In other words, they're looking for all kinds of bikes, but not just, we wanted to make sure it wasn't just a Harley thing. It wasn't just, guys showing up to drink beer and come in with their custom Harleys.
Starting at the tiny crossroads community of Pine Bluff, many riders take a 70-mile route spanning the broad Wisconsin River Valley north to Leland.
The first one was like that. Bruce and I walked over to our bikes, put our helmets on. Everybody started noticing us because they sort of, we were running around introducing ourselves, and we fired the Ducatis up. And then everybody just started to see, well, we're going to be leaving. And we all got in line and took off and snaked our way all the way up to Leland. This is the first run. It wasn't probably good to be in the back, because if you had to stop at a stoplight or something and then we catch up with the gang, it was one of those high-speed hell rides. And that's what people complained about. So we started to figure it out. Don't have a ride, just have individuals ride at their own time. People now just show up starting around 9 to noon, 1 o'clock, and then sort of at their own pace go out to Leland.
The epicenter in the Sauk County hamlet of Leland is Sprecker's Bar.
Leland has a really neat bar called the Sprecher Tap. And there's a guy named Junior who runs the place, who's quite a character. The town is really just 4 or 5 houses and a couple of bars, and there's some very nice roads going in there. And so it's just a good distance, too, from Pine Bluff. So you can meet near Madison and then ride somewhere that's 35 miles away that has a variety of nice roads going up across the Wisconsin River.
I drink lots of root beer because you can't drink much on a motorcycle. And we probably sell Sprecker's barrels about 2 to 1 with the beer. And a lot of pop otherwise, They don't come out here to get drunk, they come out here just to socialize. They help me pay my taxes. I said, thanks, boys.
What brought me to Slimey Crud, besides sunny skies and beautiful weather, it's just seeing the machines. It's like going to Disneyland for adult gearheads.
Did you ride this thing all the way here?
Yeah, pushing was too much work. Yeah, they're to ride, not to trailer. Well, I've had it since 1980, and it's been about 1/3 fun, 2/3 frustration because of various things that, because it's an old bike that go wrong, but you just figure out ways around it to get home. Like right now, my speedometer doesn't work, my horn doesn't work, my generator stopped working, but I'll get home.
We will not change it. We will not accept anything but its continuation, and it'll go on way past us. And that's really what the whole coolness of it is.